Hello everybody, my name is Ord, and welcome back to the Ord Narrations channel. Today we're going to be reading a story about a girl whose boyfriend doesn't pay on our dates. Bit of a curious one. It's a bit of a shorter video today, but that's absolutely fine. Not every post needs to be an essay. So, let's get started. I, 19 female, have been talking to this guy, 20 male, in my college class for a few months now. He's very kind and sweet, and we've been talking a bunch since we got to know each other. We've gotten food and coffee together, and I think he likes me. He occasionally brings up sexual topics, although usually in the context of Christianity, with me, and asks my thoughts. Still, he always splits the check on our dates. I'm not sure if he's waiting for me to make the first move. I'm not sure if guys are capable of being like this without liking a girl. I asked him how he sees our relationship, and he views it as a quote-unquote friendly exchange, and that he loves getting to know me. I feel like I'm getting mixed signals with us going on dates, but him saying that is stopping that with him my next course of action. TLDR, the guy I'm seeing isn't making a move. OP, that's a bit of a curious one. Him saying he views it as a friendly exchange would make it sound like that might be all it is. I think that's him very politely trying to say he likes you, he likes getting to know you and is enjoying your company, but maybe that's all he wants for now. Potentially. Bit of a confusing one. Okay, so let's make a start. Someone's left a comment here saying, I would take the friendly exchange comment as a bigger sign of friendship than the splitting bills. I feel like things are changing in terms of finances and gender roles and dating. If you like him, tell him your feelings. If he's emotionally unavailable or doesn't want the same, it hurts, but at least you won't be strung along anymore. I think that's a good message here. That's a good message. To be fair, honestly, clear communication fixes 90% of the problems. It completely covers up a lot of the misunderstandings that happen from people kind of assuming others feel the same way as them. So, OP's replied to this, saying, I think I practically already told him I like him by asking his thoughts on our relationship. I disagree, but might just have to drop this one, lol. And the original commenter replied saying, well, you didn't actually tell him how you feel by asking. He isn't a mind reader. If you want to, be as direct as possible. It's not corny, it's healthy. Someone else replied to OP saying, stop dropping hints and just ask him out. I like you and would like to date you. What do you think of that? Yeah, I think I would agree. You've asked his thoughts on your relationship, to which he said it's a friendly exchange, because he's just described what it is in that moment. If let's suppose hypothetically, he wants to go further, he's going to be very hesitant, especially if you're asking a question like that, to kind of dive into something, because he may feel like it's a bit of a trap. And if he doesn't want to go any further, then he'll say the exact same thing. Like, he's giving you the answer that someone would give you if they were happy with where they are, basically. Friendly exchange is a strange turn of phrase, though, I must say. Someone else has commented saying, going to get coffee and some food together isn't considered a date. You asked him how does he see your relationship, and he answered. You should have said, oh, I thought we were a bit more than friends, or heading that way. But you didn't, and he doesn't know what you think of these fun, casual outings. He may have felt put on the spot. Maybe he's trying to get to know you more before asking you out. Also, who knows his money situation? After all, equality here. You could say, hey, want to go get XYZ, and I'd like to treat you as my date. And then you'll know. That's true. Basically, ask him out on a date and see what he says. If he says no, he says no. It's pretty clear. So, someone else has left a comment saying, he's told you that you're hanging out and having friendly exchanges. He sees you as a friend. You have a few options here. If you're cool and continue hanging out as friends, then continue to do so. If you want to date him, you'll need to ask him out and accept the risk that he may not be interested in dating you. If he isn't interested in dating you, and you aren't interested in continuing to spend time together as platonic friends, then you need to explain this to him and then stop seeing him. None of these options are wrong, but only you can decide which one is the right one for you. I think I completely agree. To clarify, this next set of comments, there's like a string of 8 or 9 of them, between OP and someone else, effectively messaging each other through the comment system. So I'm just going to read it out, basically, line by line, without saying. I'm just going to read it out, basically. So someone's left a comment saying, it doesn't sound like he thinks you're dating. To which OP replied saying, "It's just we've discussed our ideal partners and sexual topics, so I really thought those were hints." The commenter replied saying, "When a guy says your relationship is a friendly exchange, he's not trying to get into your pants." OP replied with, "I guess so, I feel a bit led on, but I definitely could just not be super used to men." The commenter replied saying, "I could be missing something, but all he did is hang out with you, right?" To which OP replied saying, "We've gotten coffee a few times and grabbed dinner together once." To which the commenter replied, "But never a conversation about such events actually being anything more than friendly hangouts?" OP replies saying, "He calls them hangouts." To which the commenter replied with, "Right, so in his mind that's what they are. If you want them to be more than that, ask him out and make it clear this time it's a date and not just a casual friend hangout deal." I think I completely agree with this. OP, what you need to do is you need to go and just make it clear when you next have one of these little hangouts that you want it to be a date and give having a date a go. It'll be a little bit scary because obviously you're kind of risking the current status quo, but it'll be worth it in the long term because if he does want to go further, he'll make that very clear and reply. Or if he doesn't, well, that tells you to just move the fuck on. Right, so what do you think OP should do? What would you do in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comments. All right, that should do it for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.